own phone. Everyone is saying reinvented the BlackBerry. I'm too young to remember when physical keyboards were a thing. What the fuck? I do remember. I had I didn't have a BlackBerry personally, but my dad had BlackBerry for a little bit, so it was like interesting to see. So loud. I know what you're doing. What am I doing?
When did the things we use get sad? Like, when did phones get so boring? A million options of the same fragile glass slab, and all of this mass-produced by the millions for a target audience of literally the entire Earth. Blah blah, don't care. Sorry, I almost became one of those depressing documentary channels. Anyways, I just want a silly phone. Yeah, that's enough reasoning.
Dude, we should sell it.
This is the Galaxy Z Flip.
Oh, was it Michael?
Hate on it all you want, but you know what? At least it's interesting. Just some of them are a little sad. But you know what a little sad means? That's right, dirt cheap on eBay. And it's the perfect form factor. And by perfect, I mean anything but a rectangle. Now I was just gonna make a new enclosure, slap my logo on it, and call it a day. But what am I? A reasonable person that likes to sleep? Nah.
And trust flip phones? Dude, the old flip phones were like cool because you could like play with them and be like, yeah, I don't want to talk with you, fuck you. close the flip phone. I really wanted to have a flip phone. I have like a picture when I was a kid with a flip phone. It broke later on. But like, every time I saw someone having a flip phone, I would like take them from them. As a kid, I was fully aware what I'm doing. But you know, like when you're a small kid, like it doesn't matter what you do. People let you do it because you're a small kid. I was fully aware, and I was just taking people's phones and playing with them because the flip phone was so fun to like fidget with. But like, yeah, the new Galaxy phones, the Samsung phones that are foldable like this are.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm cutting it in half. Wait, what? No. I mean, look, everything's basically already in two pieces, so all I gotta do is just split the two halves.
It's not getting down. It's not.
Here's the new plan. I just have to get rid of the hinge and the broken inside bits, slap the bottom back on, add MagSafe because, well, I actually like MagSafe.
What the fuck is MagSafe? Can someone explain it to me? I've seen it before. What the hell is MagSafe? MagSafe. Alle accessories. What is the purpose of MagSafe? Quickly and safely wirelessly charge your iPhone? But like, isn't this in your phone already?
Attach it all with a cool linkage so this half just kinda slides out. Oh yeah, and add a keyboard. I think that should be pretty simple. With some help from this video's sponsor, PCBWay.
If you're gonna use one of those sound effects one more time, I'm gonna explode.
Actually unlocked this time. You see, this may or may not be my second one. Okay, I'm actually pretty excited. Only real ones know what this is from. And there was no more hee-hee-hees.
When does a factory reset stop being a factory reset? The factory doesn't give you a Google account and a PIN.
What
Basically,
the fuck is this
someone did the
camera?
wrong factory reset, and so I was locked out of the phone. Well, the seller took it back, so I bought
another one.
Where was I? Oh, right. Putting apps on the small screen. Those would be helpful. I may have found a slightly bigger monitor, but now there's just a couple things I need to install so I can put everything on the small screen. My neck hurts. I don't make tutorials, but to load any app on the cover screen, you just have to install the Samsung app called Goodlock. In that, install Multistar. Then in Settings, then Labs, allow apps on cover screen. Then in cover
Is he changing that phone into like just a little one and adding the
screen
keyboard?
In widgets, add
Do you see how many degrees it is? Sorry.
Add the launcher widget, and boom, Bob's your uncle. And now I can add my little apps. Why is
the editing is so dog shit, I'm so sorry.
it Bob, and why is he all of our uncle?
Okay, let's see. I just... Yes. Wow. And now I can agree to Google Terms of Services on the small screen. Okay. Okay.
I wonder if this is how the filmmaker intended this to be watched. Look, I know one of you is watching my videos on a BlackBerry. And a Wii? Impressive.
8 views on BlackBerry? What the hell? Windows Mobile? Dude, I had a Windows phone. Windows Mobile. I still have it somewhere. Nothing works on it, but I miss those phones. I think they were pretty good.
Now I can play Minecraft as Notch intended. You know, I don't know why Samsung doesn't just ship it like this. Dare I say what the Rabbit R1 should have been. I think it's about time we cracked this egg open.
What are you doing?
Sorry.
That was so cringe. What are you doing with this? What are you doing? Wait, are phones just glued?
I'm a professional. Wow. That was very satisfying.
Why are phones just glued nowadays? Oh, wait, he's taking the entire phone apart, taking only the small screen and the components and just throwing away the case, I think. Okay, fun fact, I tried to change once my battery in my iPhone 7. Yeah, I had to buy a new phone. I had to buy the new phone. I destroyed the home screen, it's the home button. I destroyed the front camera, I couldn't take selfies because it was broken. I broke like half of the phone.
Jump scare.
But I had the new battery.
Wow, so pretty. Look at all that wasted space. Who needs a hinge? Alright, we need to go deeper.
Whoa.
Okay, fine. I'll be.
Imagine not getting a new iPhone every year from your dad. Does she know? Does she know?
I fix it for a second. Look, in my experience of taking apart approximately 1.5 phones, it's basically taking out a few screws, unclipping wires like little Legos, and just like a couple more screws. And just keep unplugging whatever's plugged in.
Yeah, this is how I broke my phone.
And guess what? That has more compute power than my desktop. I wonder what my phone is doing with all that. And with those 27 simple steps, now your phone's, in pieces. That's what you wanted, right? Anywho, remember all that MagSafe, linkage, sliding in half stuff? Well, currently this will do none of that. But all that stands in my way are just wires. How hard can it be? I mean, look at them. They're so small and weak. I'll just make my own ribbon cables so I can move things around.
Is he gonna like this card? That's
like, I want these cameras on the back, you know? Good thing everything is proprietary. I don't know where these hundreds of pins go, or even what this specific connector is. But don't worry, there's nothing a little pain and suffering can't solve.
I don't want to suffer anymore.
I have made the executive decision that that's too much effort. So I'm just gonna yoink the cable already in here. Well, that was easy. And we'll see how far I can go with this. Before I accidentally swallow something, I want to know how many parts I can get rid of before this thing cries or something. Now it just looks like the picture of the human nervous system on a table.
I think this should be the bare minimum. I need...
Turns out I can get rid of most of them. Get this hardware bloat out of here.
Nothing.
I wonder why the camera's not working. And I'm definitely not putting the 5G antenna back, because 5G sucks.
yeah, because 5G. I mean, 5G turned me into transgender or something. That's what my parents say. I'm joking, obviously.
Anyways, it needs a new body. Yeah.
Computer-aided design.
Let's do this. Okay, good start. Why'd he stop? Keep going!
Is it gonna be 3D printed? "5G made the frogs gay." Yeah, if you want to say frogs gay, you need to type frotting in Google and you'll get gay frogs. Epic 2 FPS.
And so my testing begins. Will it fit? Nuh-uh. Whenever I have to put a wacky IRL shape into something, it's usually a lot of trial and error. Yeah, that radius is too big. And then tweaking my design until everything actually fits. And last, I just need to check my 4-bar linkage. It's like the simplest linkage. There's no way I can mess it up.
Huh? Bruh.
If you're confused, it's supposed to be half that distance. Oh, and the keyboard or whatever.
How did I even do that? It's not even close.
I swear to God, if I had a 3D printer and a little bit of space in house, I'll print all the time something. It feels so fun.
It's gonna need a chair if I want to fix it.
Okay.
Everything actually almost kind of fits. The battery doesn't fit. Please, 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 please. I'm so close.
Oh my god. Where's Pro living?
Sorry, I got distracted. Oh, this is good. This
Holy
is really
shit.
good.
That's so cool.
It's too satisfying. Let's just
That's
say
pretty
there
cool.
was a couple of versions. But hey, it's actually pretty cool to see my progression here as, you know, I kept tweaking.
It's a Galaxy Z Flip that's like hacked apart with a BlackBerry keyboard.
Wait, the keyboard like actually works?
Well, it will.
I'm
waiting for.
Shoot, right, the keyboard.
Making BlackBerry keyboard work with modern technology.
Now, if you haven't figured it out already, I'm using a keyboard from a BlackBerry Q10.
Wait, but didn't he want to put the cameras behind?
I'm not old enough to know what that is. But why did I pick it? Because someone on the internet, 10 years ago, did all the hard work for me. How convenient. However, some of you may have noticed that it's currently plugged into thin air. And in fact, not a Hyros BM14B 0.8-24DS-0.4V53 connector. So I just need to design a PCB that somehow takes BlackBerry and plugs it into my phone. How hard can it be? Hold on. Let me give you some context. Since this seems to be a recurring theme in my projects now. Basically, the plan is to connect the BlackBerry keyboard directly to the USB of the phone, just as a regular USB keyboard. Because Android already knows how to deal with that. But, if you couldn't tell, that's not a USB-C cable. So in between, you slap an Arduino Pro Micro with a very specific chip that lets it do serial beep boop magic and trick the host into thinking it's a USB keyboard. Now you also trick the keyboard into thinking it's plugged into a BlackBerry, and boom, USB keyboard. But I just gotta design my own board to connect it all together.
I think he has autism, chat. Okay, bro is also hella rich.
Sorry, I got distracted again. If an electrical engineer ever tells you that their job is anything other than connect the dots, and connecting dots to extra connectors for when they inevitably connect the dots wrong, they're lying to you. And ta-da, your very own PCB. Are you confused? I'm not. It's always pretty satisfying. Now, do you want to guess where we're taking all these files? That's right. This video's sponsor, PCBWay. Whether complex sheet metal fabrication, CNC, no.
Guess what came? This.
Oh, it's from metal now? Damn.
Yes. I'm not gonna lie, There's just something magical about having an actual factory machine tap sand and anodize your design out of metal. And it's beautiful.
The colors are a little ugly, no?
Oh, it's gonna look so good. Guess what came? Enhance. Enhance.
You know the Hyros BM140.8-140S-0.4D3 connector? Well, this is the one. This tiny little connector plugs into my little BlackBerry cable. Hopefully, I haven't tried. And remember that PCB I just designed? Well, guess what? It's flexible.
Oh, it's like paper. Alright, so the plan is simple. Basically, this little USB-C plugs in and breaks out to just normal 5-volt power and data. That then goes through this little wire and then goes into the Arduino through some cursed engineering. Then this PCB just breaks out the Arduino to the little connector, which plugs in. Oh. Wait, yeah. Which plugs in to the keyboard. And it's just a little USB keyboard. What can go wrong? I'm assuming everything will work fine. I think I'll start with the worst part though. Little connector.
Quick crash course. To put parts onto a PCB, you have two options: through-hole and surface mount. My microconnector is SMD. Now, to attach it, you just squeeze some yummy heavy metal goop onto the board and squish your part onto it. And then you just burn everything. I've always just kind of squeezed the goop on by hand. But, you know, it's a little hard to put solder paste on each individual 0.4 millimeter pin. So the solder paste just kind of gets everywhere, makes a mess, and then it starts to short random pins, and I want to die. Now, instead of dying, in this box, I got what's called a stencil.
Oh, the.
I'm laughing because I accidentally got this enormous stencil, and the only thing on it is this tiny little connector. Anyway,
oh my god.
The stencil lets me put on just the right amount of goop in the right place. Small issue. You know how the only thing on the stencil is a microscopic connector?
Alright, so now I just put the stencil on top and I can't see anything.
The issue is I have to line up the stencil with the little teeny copper pads under it.
Is that it? I should have given myself holes or something. Okay, new plan.
Genius plan. I'm gonna shine a light through the stencil, and since my PCB is semi-transparent, I can line up the connector to cover the light with the copper.
It's all wrong. Okay. It's upside down. Okay. Then I take this. Push it down. Squeeze some solder paste through. Nice. There we go. Okay.
Look at that perfect
I don't know what
solder
he's
paste
saying, actually.
application. I had no doubts.
You know, I kid you not when I say I was about to use calipers as tweezers. But then I realized that Mr. Rig very generously gave me tweezers. He's right behind me, isn't he?
Anyways.
No,
I'm holding my breath. Why are you breathing?
Okay.
Now I just put it on my itty bitty hot plate.
It's doing something. I think it's actually working. I'm gonna be so sad when these pins short. Yes!
I can't believe the right way to do it actually worked.
Alright, so now the keyboard should just clip in. Oh, sorry.
What?
Yes! Okay. Now I just gotta deal with the rest. I need to take off this pesky little micro USB port because in its place, this little flap here folds up and over and has all the little connectors to take the place of that micro USB port because that's too thick. Come on, there we go.
That's it?
Nice. So now I just gotta solder that to there. Shouldn't be too bad. They're so close. They're so close to each other. Metal should be easy enough. I should have seen that coming.
As you can see, this was so easy. I mean, soldering 6 pins took no more than 30 seconds.
So
The sun isn't setting, just the exposure on your eyes. But now, totally not nerve-wracking, just fold the PCB.
hey,
And now I just solder all the Arduino pins from the back. It's almost like I planned this. And lastly, I just slap on this USB-C breakout.
I want to test this contraption with just a power brick in case it blows up my laptop when I plug it in. But something on the Arduino should light up when I plug it in, right? Plug this in.
Oh no.
Why is this not giving any power? What? Is it shorting? After redoing basically all the soldering, because I'm stupid.
Oh no.
Let's see. Through the power of pain and suffering, I now have 2 of them. And I now just realized that I put the USB on backwards last time. Well, hopefully this Arduino's not fried. Okay, just... Trust me, I'm working on it. 1. Why does it give me 1?
So you're not confused. The issue I'm having right now is this USB-C breakout that is supposed to be giving me 5 volts is giving me 3 when it's plugged in on its own, and
1.
now that my board isn't shorting itself to the ground plane. Anyways, 1 volt? The way USB-C works is depending on some resistor values and capacitance and whatever, the power supply decides if it's going to give 5, 10, 15, or 20 volts. You know what's not on the list? 3 volts. Anyways, with some research